zako mfalme wa amani. Jioni ya leo tumekuja kusema kweli Bwana, wewe ni Bwana. Bwana, sisi ni nani Bwana tusilinue jina lako? Ulitumba ili tukaweza kukuinua mfalme wa amani. Mwenye Bwana ulifanya, alisema kweli ameona kidole chake Bwana, na sisi tuko hapa mfalme wa amani kusema hakika tumeona mkono wako Bwana katika maisha yetu. Ndio maana Bwana tumekuja kusema wewe ndio Bwana, wewe ndio mwanzo na tena mwisho, hakuna Mungu mwingine kama wewe. Wewe ndiwe Bwana, Alfa na Omega, hakuna Mungu kama wewe. Tuseme
wewe Bwana, Alfa na Omega, hakuna Mungu kama wewe.
Hello, I'm Brian Moses and this is JM Studios. Now, is it revival time for Kenya? JM Studios Mombasa, in collaboration with JCC Church, has traveled all the way, almost 1,000 kilometers to Nakuru to win souls for Christ. That and many more questions. I have my guest today and he will be answering those questions. Mr. Laban Bidhi is the National Coordinator of Missions at JM Studios. How are you, Laban?
I'm quite well.
For maybe somebody who don't know you, who is Laban?
As you've heard, my name is Laban Bidhi. I'm glad for such a moment, for such an opportunity that has been graced upon me. We are right at NAKURU BARNABAS for one of our national missions that we are planning. Just to give a brief about myself, I'm a born-again Christian who loves the Lord. I do quite a number of issues. I preach the gospel. That is the key thing that I normally do. And apart from preaching the gospel, I'm a banker. I work with a financial institution in the South Coast, that is the areas of Ukunda. The main objective, you see, one thing that I understand about ministry is fulfilling the Great Commission. And the reason why you find us, apart from doing ministry, we also work because having a job or maybe being employed by somebody, it is satisfying, or rather satisfactorily. You are satisfying a need, and when you are doing ministry, which is now the core thing, you are now fulfilling the reason why you are alive, the reason why you are created. And in the midst of that, we find ourselves also doing quite a number of things.
All right.
Yeah.
And Laban, there is a conversation that has been going on social media, and I would really like to ask you this question. Is it a revival time for Kenya?
Yeah.
Because many people have been talking about, people praying at the State House, and the whole world, if you look at social media, they are talking about Kenya right now. And so, is it a time for revival?
Well, you see, revival, in understanding, it is like waking up from a slumber that has been there, having a grace that has just shone, a moment that somebody should not take it for granted. Myself, I can say it is a revival time for Kenya, a time that we must be able to take it with a lot of ease, without a wastage of time, because it is an opportunity that I can say it happens once. Right now we have the chance, we have the opportunity to preach the gospel. And like now, the information circulating in the social media, I can say it is a moment for everybody to preach the gospel. It is a moment for everybody to evangelize. There is a moment for everybody to go out to every area preaching the gospel, casting out devils, and declaring the goodness of the Lord. So I can say it's revival time.
All right, and Laban, I know that organizing such missions and miles away from where you stay, it must be needing a lot of money for such to happen. How do you raise your funds? Well,
you see, I realize that there is a dire thirst of people to hear the gospel. But the gospel comes at a cost. The gospel is too expensive. It is one thing to say that you can preach the gospel, but the wills for the gospel is money. You can never be productive in the gospel without having now the subject money. So, what we normally do, we have so many people who want to come and preach, but a majority of them don't have the capacity. And then you realize that a number of people, just a few people, have the capacity, and they join together the funds, and they are able now to sponsor the mission. At times, like this mission that we've come here to Nakuru, it is only one person who has sponsored the mission, including everything that we can see over here. So I can say it is expensive. The people we call kingdom financiers. In an event whereby we don't have such a people, you realize that we may want to preach the gospel, but we are limited. You may have a very nice car, you want to travel, a far place, but the fuel is not there. You may have such a good message that you want to come and preach, but you don't have the wheels to enable you to get to that place to preach. So I can say it is expensive to preach the gospel, and we get a kingdom financiers to facilitate the mission, because the cost is always very huge, and to get people can pay everything, it's not possible.
And if I remember well, last year at a time like this,
Oh, sure.
you were in Nakuru. And according to statistics, I'm told that you won up to 600 souls.
Absolutely.
Are you seeing the work that you did still manifesting here? Like when you come back, did you find, you know, the souls that you won still staying in Christ? And if not, what strategy do you have to ensure that the souls that you win stays in church?
Well, a time like this last year, we were here, actually the same place that we are even to date. And we thank God, we won 600 souls last year. And we are glad we now have remnants that are there in the church. We can go and we can pinpoint 1, 2, 3 people that are now getting very strong in the church. In a mission ground, you preach to somebody, and there are people who choose to go to other churches. So we have some that we can trace they are available in the church. And we have others that chose to go to other churches, which is always allowed. Because you don't preach and force somebody to come in your church. You preach and you allow this person to go in a church that is preaching the true gospel. So from the 600, I can say we have quite a number of people that we can see that they got born again. And some of them, they are getting strong. They are even getting revived. And they are even vibrant to preach the gospel.
And I know that, you know, when you pray for somebody, you go for missions, it is always a 50-50 chance. It's either you can pray for somebody and he gets born again, or either you can pray and somebody gets born again, then later you realize that he or she backslides. Now, do you have mentorship programs for the souls that you've won?
Well, you see, it's like a newborn baby. When a baby is born and you leave that baby, you don't feed the baby, definitely they are going to suck up and they will die. Similarly, with a person who gets born again. When this person gets born again and they are not well nurtured, they begin to, you know, to get down again, and in a short moment, they still get back to what they used to do. I'm talking that out of experiences that I saw with some people I preached to. You preach to somebody, once, the moment you are coming back again, you realize that the person you left very strong, they've gone back to the things they normally do. So what we always do after we preach to people, we bring them back. There are classes that we call them SOS, that is a School of the Spirit, whereby we nurture these people. We come and we begin to train them. It's like, there is a name that we normally call it. You see, we've gone out to evangelize, and now we come to build the disciples. We come now to feed them. We come to nurture them in a way that this person begins to be strong. This person begins to get into prayer, begins to get into the word, begins also to understand how do I need to conduct myself, begins also to know the bad associations that I must shun away from.
Okay, so I want to ask you a specific question. I understand that, Laban, you host a show in JM Studios.
Absolutely.
Called Youth Talk, right? And today, if we look at the society, you realize that there is something that is really growing, and I'll call it a religion for lack of a better word. A gay group or a lesbian group. And now that you are in a mission, and even I've seen here now for a day, and I've seen most of the people that you bring to church are young people, are youths. And many people that are being induced to this religion are young people and are youths. And in fact, I'm told that they've gone an extra mile of using money to entice people to get into their group. Now that you're doing evangelism, how do you deal with such private cases?
Well, if we are somebody full of the Spirit of God,
Yeah.
you will definitely know that there is a spirit that is dwelling in the life of somebody. And there are characters that you can easily notice, especially with the gays and the lesbians.
Yeah.
You can easily know. Even when you are preaching to this person, you will definitely get to see some characters in this person. And now, when now you see such, and you see there are things that you cannot begin to expose
Yeah.
about somebody. I can come, you know, I've had experiences with the new believers.
Yeah.
Somebody comes with a very private thing
Yeah.
to you, both men and women.
Sure.
And you see this person has entrusted you with such a secret because they want to be helped. And they don't want somebody who is like a news reporter who's going to report everything.
Yeah.
When such happens, you come, you first deal with the root where it emanated from.
Yeah.
You listen to this person and you begin to deal with the root.
Yeah.
And then once you know every detail, you address it and you pluck this person from it. You can only pluck this person once you feed him over with the truth of the gospel. Feeding with the truth is letting this person know this thing is a sin. When somebody gets involved in a sin, sin is a personal decision. It is not like it's a temptation. You get tempted because you've allowed it to happen. It is a personal decision that somebody gets into. And the repercussions now are too enormous for somebody to overcome. I know not everybody chooses to be a gay.
Yeah.
It begins like, something that is not beginning. And it gets to a point whereby it's like now an addict.
Yeah.
You can never run from it. So what I can encourage even them that are watching us, maybe you've been there. There are even other things that are associated with the same, maybe gay, lesbianism, masturbation, fornication, and the list is it's quite huge.
Yeah.
And falling into sin, it happens to everybody. But that is not the end of it.
Yeah.
You can still make a decision that you can run away from it. The Bible says the Lord died, rather he died for the sake, or rather to seek and save the lost. He came to seek and save the lost. You are dead in that activity that you normally do. It might seem a bit fulfilling and satisfying to you, but the long-term destination, it will lead to death. So my encouragement to you is try to run away from it. And get close to people who are able to build you in faith, and get to go to church with a desire to grow. Yeah.
All right. That is Laban Bibi, and just there was I told you earlier that he's the mission coordinator at JM Studios, and Laban Bibi has his take. We've spoken to him right here from Nakuru. There is Barnabas Nakuru, and he has spoken a lot. Remember, you can choose to take or not to take. This is JM Studios, just the way I've said. So ensure that you subscribe to our channels. Go to YouTube, go to Facebook, look for JM Studios and subscribe. Thank you for staying with us. Have a nice time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So we thank you so much, as my host has said. It has been a great pleasure. It has been a great moment that the Lord has enabled us to have, and we appreciate you. We long to meet you time and again. There are numbers that you can see on the screen that you can always call in case you want to speak to us. You can always want even to invite us for a mission wherever you are. Feel free, make a call, we shall come, and we are going to preach the gospel, because that is our what we are called for. So thank you so much. Bye-bye. Till next time. God bless you.
All right, thank you, sir.